and be good for us, with Caden Smart and Braylon Iverson and Harrison Krieger. So there's, again, a ton of athletes that we feel really, really good about. The question mark, of course, is the quarterback spot. Sam Edmonds has some experience from last year, so he brings a little bit of experience in with this. But Jace Kaminsky is another one that potentially could be a player for us at that spot too, and that he's a good enough athlete. I think he can do some good things for us. But up front, we don't have as much experience, but I do like what we have up front on the offensive line. I think there's some guys there that are going to help us out. Jonas Schnackenberg's a returning starter, and so is Jake Scanlon. But some other guys that are coming into the fold are Eli Emerson, who got some valuable time last year in rotating at tackle, and then Luke Speck and Landon Brigham, and all those guys have good size for them, and they move pretty well for some big guys. So I think Trevor Beavers is going to be another kid in that guard spot that's going to get some playing time and be good for us as well. So we got.
Warrior fans, the time everybody has been waiting for is finally here. The lights are on. We are ready to go on a Friday night as your Wahoo Warriors take on Pierce, the defending state champions, to open up the season here in 2023. And we're so excited to be joined by head coach Chad Fox before tonight's game as we are getting ready to go. And Coach, just before we dive into all the specifics of the game and the things going on tonight, just talk about your emotions of your team and yourself a little bit of, hey, here we go. Start of the season begins.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into a season, and I think all the 10 weeks of summer lifting that we had, all the stuff that you do in the off season, that kind of comes to a head here on this first Friday, this first game, and I know the kids are looking forward to it, and there's been a tremendous amount of hard work to get us to this point, and we're just kind of really looking forward to getting a game in. And getting a chance to play on Friday night here. Absolutely.
Yourself, myself, and all the fans in the stands definitely ready to go. And, Coach, let's go back to last season, finishing with a 6-4 record, losing in the first round of the playoffs to Lakeside, or Lakeview, I should say. Kind of talk through the progression of the season and how you guys finished now, maybe creating some momentum going into this year.
Yeah, we were 6-4 last season, which is a little bit, we've been spoiled lately, and that's a little bit of a down year for us, getting knocked out in that first round of the playoffs. But, we had a ton of kids that were playing last year that, maybe weren't quite ready yet in terms of some sophomores on the field last year that are juniors this year. But, that was very valuable experience for them. So those sophomores and juniors that we had playing a ton last year, got a lot of valuable experience that you just can't simulate it on a practice field. You can't simulate, what goes down on a Friday night on the field on a Monday through Thursday. It's really tough to do that. So, I feel good about, what happened, last year in terms of where it's setting us up for this year. But by all means, I don't want to make it sound like I'm happy with how the season ended, because we always would like to do better than what we did. But I kind of like the experience that we got. I kind of like, these players returning starters that we have. It feels good to have some of that. And it's a little more comforting when you have some returning starters coming back, and because you kind of know what you have, and there's a little bit less of the unknowns out there.
Once again here, we're talking to head coach of your Warriors, Chad Fox, as game day is officially here in the 2023 season. Wahoo hosting Pierce to start out the year. And, Coach, I want you to allude a little bit more. You just kind of hinted at it, some of those returning players. And after losing your starting quarterback, Owen Hancock, and then starting running back Trevor Ehrlich, how do you replace some guys like that with some of these returners you got?
We are losing some offensive output when you look at the quarterback spot and probably our top receiver as well, graduating. But the thing is that I feel really good about this year is the skill players that we have. We've got a ton of really good athletes from our sophomore to our junior to our senior groups, and those guys are gonna have to contribute for us this year to make up for some of those losses that we experienced for graduation. But I feel like at the running back spot this year we've got really good runners. We've got Noah Bordeski and Kip Brigham and Gabe Harris are three guys that are going to run the ball for us quite a bit, I think. And they've got a great deal of experience from the previous seasons. the receiver spot, Josh Edmonds and Avery Weeding are both guys, and Barrett LaValle are guys that all started some games for us last year. So there's a great deal of experience coming back with that. Our B-back spot, which is kind of a running back, fullback spot, we've got, three kids there that are going to, I feel, can contribute on a Friday night and be good for us, with Caden Smart and Braylon Iverson and Harrison Krieger. So there's, again, a ton of athletes that we feel really, really good about. The question mark, is, of course, is the quarterback spot. Sam Edmonds has some experience from last year, so he brings a little bit of experience in with this. But Jace Kaminsky is another one that potentially could be a player for us at that spot too, and that he's a good enough athlete. I think he can do some good things for us. But up front, we don't have as much experience, but I do like what we have up front on the offensive line. I think there's some guys there that are going to help us out. Jonas Schnackenberg's a returning starter, and so is Jake Scanlon. But some other guys that are coming into the fold are Eli Emerson, who got some valuable time last year in rotating at tackle, and then Luke Speck and Landon Brigham, and all those guys have good size for them, and they move pretty well for some big guys. So I think Trevor Beavers is going to be another kid in that guard spot that's going to get some playing time and be good for us as well. So again, we got okay depth in that line. I'd like to have a little bit more, and we might develop some of that yet as the season goes. But again, offensively, I think it's pretty good. Defensively, we bring back a little bit more experience. Our linebacking core is pretty much all back, and we've got 3 of our 4 starters back in the secondary. So we feel pretty good about the back end of our defense and what we bring there. And in the front line, Jake Scanlon's the guy that's going to have to anchor things for us, and Eli Emerson both started some games for us. So we're half of our D-line is back. So, like I said, there's a lot of guys coming back with a lot of experience, so that makes it exciting for us as we get going here on Friday.
And Coach, it sounds like, a lot of excitement heading towards this season. And you talked about it a little bit earlier about the excitement of it being game one and some of the nerves with that. Does that intensity only kick up even more when you're saying, all right, we got the defending state champs coming here game one?
Yeah, it's the NSAA has done us quite a favor with who we get to play right away here, with getting Pierce and then Ashland right out of the gate. I mean, both those teams are top probably 3 teams in the state in C1. So we didn't get any favors from them. But when you're playing a team that's a caliber of Pierce right out of the gate, you're going to know where you stand. We kind of know what they're all about. They're all about playing physical football. They're going to run the ball. They play sound defense. They're usually pretty tough on defense as well. It's hard to find touchdowns against them. But, we have to play really well. We have to execute at a high level. And typically any first game that you play of a season, it comes down to some of those critical mistakes. Are we going to, not turn the ball over and not give away the ball? And are we going to minimize some of those penalties? And if we can do those things, I think we're going to be in a good spot. But, playing Pierce, it makes it tough, but it does, raise the intensity level, if you will, with some of your players, because they know what kind of opponent we're going to have. And, it is always exciting to play your first game of the season, but when you get to play the state champion, you get a chance to maybe, knock them off their throne there and get some momentum built for this 2023 campaign.
Once again, it's game number 1 of the 2023 Warrior football season, and Wahoo hosting the defending state champs Pierce here tonight. We're talking to head coach of your Warriors, Chad Fox. And Coach, you talked about the offense, the defense, all the excitement on those sides of the ball, but one part of the game that maybe goes underrated and doesn't deserve to is special teams. How important is special teams in a game like tonight?
Yeah, special teams are always huge. Last year against these guys, we had 2 block punts. That was huge in giving them some field position and some scores early and get them some momentum. So we got to take care of the football that way. We're going to be better on special teams. We've got I feel really good about our return games. If our returners get a chance to catch the ball, I think there's some big returns that are going to happen for us. And I think, our punt block and our kickoff coverage teams have been solid units for us through the course of time. And I like all these athletes that I was kind of talking about earlier. They're gonna be on the field for special teams for us as well. So special teams is a vital component of a game. I know that they don't have as many snaps as an offense or a defensive unit would have, but the amount of field position that changes with the special team is pretty good. is big. You know, you're talking about punts being 30, 35 yards, kickoffs, you're hoping they're 50 yards or so. You know, so those things are really important. And special teams can be huge momentum swings for your team on a game like this. So if we can get a big return that can usually set up a score, that's critical. Or if you can get a stop and get a block punt or something like that, that's usually a huge momentum swinger for your defense and getting some things going for your offense as well. So definitely a very important and a vital part of our program or special teams as well.
And, Coach, final question here for you before we get to kickoff, kind of the question that every coach gets before the game starts. Your keys to the game tonight to try and upset the defending state champs.
You know, and I alluded to this a little bit earlier. You know, I think taking care of the football is a very important thing. We want to, you know, not turn the ball over on offense. And when we're on defense, we want to get as many turnovers as we can. And if we can be on the positive side of that, then that usually means you're going to be doing all right. We need to take care of the penalties. You know, you're going to have first game jitters. You're going to have some of those things happen. But, you know, if you can minimize the amount of penalties, especially like on third down or on offense when you're not getting behind the sticks, if you can minimize those things, it's really, really important. You know, that's probably the other thing with that. And then the other thing is just really playing fast and physical for 4 quarters. You know, that's one thing we try to pride ourselves with here at Wahoo is being a physical football team and playing fast and being aggressive. And if we can do that for all 4 quarters, then your chances of finding a way to win are usually increased, you know, with playing in that manner. So our kids know those are the keys. Those are the keys for every game. It doesn't matter if we're playing the returning state champion or if we're playing, you know, game 6 or 7 in a regular season schedule. It's just what it is. And if we can do that, usually in high school football, you can feel pretty good about the end result.
Coach, there's a lot of excitement in the air. I know you're excited and your team is as well. It should be a lot of fun. Thanks for the time. Best of luck, and we'll talk to you afterwards.
All right. I appreciate it, Austin. Thank you so much.
Wahoo football season, and we are so excited to be here with you on Saunders County Online to broadcast for the first time on Saunders County Online the Wahoo Warriors. And my gosh, what a start to the 2023 season, as you heard head coach Fox talk about it there. He's not worried, but these fans have definitely shown out as the defending Class C1 state champions in Nebraska are here tonight. It's the Blue Jays of Pierce, who last season finished the year undefeated and went on to win the state championship by defeating Aurora 42-14, and most of their games this season went that way. They really didn't have a lot of close competitions, a lot of close contests, and last season this was also game number 1. This was game number 1 of 2022 last year, where Wahoo traveled to Pierce, starting out the season on the road, where they fell to the Blue Jays 38-7. Your Warriors are coming off of a 6-4 season last year, where they made it into the postseason, losing in the first round to Columbus Lakeview on the road. The Warriors got off to a little bit of a slow start. They started out the season 0-2, but boy, did they finish strong, winning their final 4 games of the regular season before heading into the postseason, where they fell on the road at Columbus Lakeview 28-17 was the final score under the direction of head coach Chad Fox. It should be a lot of fun here tonight. The crowd has definitely shown out as expected here for game number 1. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors, Austin McNorton, Kelly Johnson, running the show with all of the video, graphics, everything you see. This is going to be the case for all Wahoo sports all season long. Football, softball, basketball, we got it here for you.
And if I might interject, as we get more sponsors, then we're actually going to bring in the bigger cameras and be able to. Right now, we didn't have the space or the cameras that we want to have.
Right.
But
you're seeing the bare minimum of what we're capable of.
Just a little bit here. So again,
but that bare minimum is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing where we can start. You know, a lot of people wish they could start at this level. So thank you, everybody, for the support. And, of course, we look forward to bringing you the Warriors all season and all year long.
As we get set for kickoff, 84 degrees and cloudy here in Wahoo this evening. 84 degrees. There is a little bit of a breeze. And let me tell you, 84 degrees feels pretty cool compared to what it has been here in eastern Nebraska here in the past week. As Pierce wins the coin toss, they elect to defer to the second half, so they will kick left to right to your Warriors to start out the 2023 season. Back to receive for Wahoo is number 32, and that is Kip Brigham. And it's a short kick returned by Wahoo down the near sideline, past the 40-yard line, and great starting field position for your Warriors as they will go right to left on the radio dial. As coming out for Wahoo in their home blue uniforms, white pants, blue jerseys, blue helmets, white numbers, and gold trim. For Pierce, they come out in their road white uniforms, blue numbers, blue pants, blue helmets, and black trim. Wahoo will start out 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line, ball on the near hash, as it will be in the backfield for your quarterback, Jace Kaminsky in the backfield with a running back to his right and a wide receiver going across the formation left to right. Handoff will go up the middle to the near side, finding a little bit of a hole and a good play of getting up into Pierce territory on a great carry by Noah Bordovsky. We'll say his name a lot tonight. He's the primary ball carrier for the Warriors this season. Last year he had 40 carries for 244 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he has a great pickup of 7 on the first play of the 2023 season for Wahoo. And already they're into the defending state champions field territory. This time Kaminsky goes empty in the gun with trips to the near side, takes the snap, looks to throw quickly out into the flat. Catch is made right at the stick. It should be, they're going to mark him about a half yard short. On the catch that time, it's Josh Edmonds. Josh for Wahoo this season, the 5'9", 175-pound senior, coming back from last year after having 14 catches last year for 161 yards. And he picks up 2 and 3/4, as he has about 4 inches to get to. Needs the 46-yard line of Pierce. Handed off the middle and thrown down in the backfield is Bordovsky. So on 3rd and half a yard, interesting spot on that second down pass. The official spotted him short, and Wahoo can't convert on 3rd and inches. And now it's an interesting decision for head coach Fox, as it will be 4th and 3 again, this time from the Pierce 49-yard line. Wahoo going right to left, 10-13 to go here in quarter number 1. First drive of the ball game, and already a decision here for Fox as he brings out the punt unit. What a stop on 3rd and inches for Pierce. So Wahoo trying to pin him back deep. Awaits the snap. It's perfect. Good hold, good kick. Down to the 10. He'll watch it roll, and it will be a touchback. They hit the pylon. Wahoo had an opportunity to pin Pierce back inside their own 5-yard line. Now, wait a minute. Now the officials are looking like they're going to mark it. They are. They marked it at the 1. I thought it came and hit the pylon. It didn't. They marked that ball at the 1-yard line. And, boy, crazy positioning here for Pierce. And Wahoo, you could take advantage here, but this Pierce offense, we'll pull up some of their stats from last season as defending state champs for a reason, and we'll kind of showcase why. As it'll be Champion White, the quarterback here for the Blue Jays this season. And the big name we will mention, Valverde. He gets the ball up the middle, and oh my goodness, he might score. Down the near sideline, 40, 50, into Wahoo territory, all the way to the 40-yard line. Well, that's a pretty impressive start for the Blue Jays. Back on their own 1-yard line. All they need is one run up the middle from the first-team All-State player last season, Keenan Valverde. He had 1,900 yards on the ground last season, and he's off to an incredible start already. They spot the ball at the Wahoo 39-yard line. Now a lot of motion at the line of scrimmage here for Pierce, as White stands in the gun empty. in motion. He fakes the handoff, keeps it himself this time, up inside the 35 to the 34, and a good pickup on first down. But, boy, you're talking about Wahoo having an opportunity, pinning Pierce back inside their own 1-yard line, and it only took one play for the Blue Jays to get inside of Wahoo territory, and then the next play is a gain of 5 more. 8:55 to go here in quarter number 1, scoreless. First drive of the game here for Pierce, going left to right. It's 2nd and 5 on the Wahoo 34-yard line. This time White's under center. Back goes in motion. Hands it up the middle to the fullback, and nothing doing that time as the Warriors were ready for Caden Froelich to get the carry. Actually might have been Gavin Sullivan that time. I think it was Froelich. Number 2, Caden Froelich. Just gets one that time. And this is a big third down, I think, here for both teams, as Pierce seems to have a little bit of momentum after getting the stop on 3rd and inches, and then backed up on their own 1, getting into Wahoo territory. Up the middle again, breaking out of a couple of tackles, heading towards the near sideline, and that's good enough for another Pierce first down inside the Wahoo 30 to the 28-yard line. Valverde already, you can tell, he will be tough to stop. He also is the school record holder for points in a season. He had 230 points scored last year for Pierce. 230. Here's White under center again, looking to the sideline for the play call. Still under center. 1st and 10, Pierce. Now Sullivan goes in motion. The pitch is back to him. Breaks out of a tackle down to the far sideline. Inside of Wahoo territory, down near the 10-yard line. Wahoo struggling to make tackles in the backfield, as pretty much every single run so far for Pierce has been at least one broken tackle, and they're already near the 10-yard line as they're in the red zone for the first time tonight. It'll be 1st and 10, Pierce again. Clock stops momentarily. 7:34 to go here, first quarter. Pierce's first drive of the game, and they're looking to make it a 99-yard drive to start the season. Trying to capitalize with some points. They spotted at the 11, so it's still 1st and 10. They still can't get a first down, but you know they're thinking touchdown. Ball snapped directly to Valverde. Breaks out of a tackle in the backfield, but can't get back to the line of scrimmage. A tackle for loss that time for Wahoo. And a nice job there from Valverde to get the tackle. For Wahoo to get the tackle on Valverde, I should say. So you can already see just how elusive he is. Loss of 2. 2nd and 12 for Pierce, back on the Wahoo 13-yard line. White in the backfield. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And White will take the ball at the middle himself, breaking out of 1-2 tackles inside the 10 up to the 8. Another gain of 4 that time for Pierce out of a couple missed Warrior tackles. These ball carriers for Pierce right now are so shifty. Seems like they're always able to make the first guy kind of miss and be a little bit off balance. So the clock continues to run. Pierce fine with that. They like to run the football a lot. Last season, they had 4,300 rushing yards. White under center, a big third down here for Pierce. Play action, rolling to the right, under pressure, throws back to the left. Oh my goodness. No one within 10 yards of Dion Watts for Pierce. He was thinking touchdown before the ball even got to him. No one was even close. But Dion Watts drops the football, drops the sure touchdown, and now it's a big 4th down here for Wahoo. Now we'll see if they have a field goal kicker. They would be kicking into the wind. Clock is stopped at 6:17. It's 4th and 8 here for Pierce, and they're looking like they want to go for it. White's in the backfield. Valverde goes in motion, and a whistle before the snap, and laundry on the field, and it will be a illegal motion against Pierce. So on 4th and 8, now makes it 4th and 13 for the Blue Jays, and just think, they could be up at least 6-0 right now. Dion Watts had the sure touchdown that he just couldn't hold. So back on the 14-yard line. They need to get to the 1 to keep the drive alive or score. Kind of tough to get a first down, but See what Pierce does here. Empty in the gun is White, and the snap goes over his head. It's over his head, and he just has to fall on it, and it's a big play for Wahoo. A huge miscommunication there from Pierce. I don't think White was even looking for it. I don't think Champion White was expecting that ball to be snapped at all. It went way over his head, all the way back to the Wahoo 32, 1st and 10 Warriors. What a big, big, big play for Wahoo. Pierce had a touchdown fall through the hands of Dion Watts, and just like that, Wahoo has the football back. 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line, going right to left. 6:10 to go in quarter number 1. In the backfield now for the Warriors is Jace Kaminsky. Bordowski stands over to his left in the gun with a wide receiver on either side and a tight end to the left. Handoff will go to Bordowski off to that far right side, and he's blown up in the backfield again. Pierce was all over at that time, a loss of 2 back to the 30. Bordowski really didn't have much room to go that time, as Jackson Zimmerman, Corvin Fritz, even Gavin Sullivan over there on that far side of the field were all there and ready. 2nd and 12, Wahoo, ball on their own 30, right to left. 5:38 to go here in quarter number 1. Wahoo trying to upset the defending state champs. This time the ball's handed off to the far side in a big lane and a big carry by Caden Smart, the fullback. He got up near the first down stick. He'll be a little bit short. Oh, and there is a flag. Looked like a hold, and it does go against Wahoo. So one of their biggest plays of the night for the Warriors goes backwards. What would have been about 3rd and 3. Now we'll make it, depending on where the hold was at, 10 yards from where the hold was. And I think that's what head coach Chad Fox is arguing on that far sideline with the official. He's trying to quiz where the hold was at, if the hold was at the line of scrimmage or if it was downfield. Jeez, they said it's at the line of scrimmage, and that moves Wahoo backwards inside their own 20. 2nd and 12 to what would be 3rd and 3 is now 2nd and 23. So the hold was actually behind the line of scrimmage, a yard behind the line of scrimmage. So when you really think about it, it's about an 11-yard penalty. 5:15 to go here in the first quarter. Second drive of the game for Wahoo. We're scoreless. 2nd and 23. Throw to the flat. It's caught. A little bit of hole down the near sideline. And hit hard on the near sideline, but a good catch and run by Caden Kristen for Wahoo, the 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore. He gets past the original line of scrimmage and makes it much more 3rd and manageable here for Wahoo. Going from 2nd and 23 to 3rd and 8 on the Wahoo 34-yard line. Ball placed on the near hash. Kaminsky in the backfield. Bordowski stands to his left. A wide receiver to either side and a tight end to the right. Now going in motion. Ball handed up the middle immediately to Kaminsky. He had absolutely nowhere to go on that play. Wahoo on 3rd and 8 tries a quarterback draw, loses 2, and it's 4th and 10. A long drive with a lot of movement, but Wahoo ends up only gaining a yard on the entire drive after all that. Well, the last time we saw the Warrior punt unit out, they pinned Pierce inside their own 1-yard line. Be pretty impressive if Wahoo was able to do that this time, as once again it's Kristen to go back for the punting duties for Wahoo. Clock runs down to 4:25 here in quarter number 1. Caden gets the snap, nearly blocked. It's a good punt, though, all the way down to the 30, and hit immediately on the sideline by Wahoo. Nice job by the Warrior punt unit. Another good punt made by Kristen, and tackled immediately that time for Pierce was Anthony Lease. And so it'll be 1st and 10 again for Pierce, this time on their own 32-yard line to start the drive, going left to right with 4:17 to go here in quarter number 1. It's been a pretty quick quarter. We haven't had much of a stop. And now Pierce comes out in the I formation with Champion White under center. White takes the ball and hands it off to Valverde, who breaks into the second level, and a gain of 10. A simple I formation straight up the middle, and he gains 10.5 yards. He is so shifty and able to make those initial defensive linemen Luke Specht, Trevor Beavers, Eli Emerson, and Jake Scanlon miss on the first level for Wahoo every time so far he's touched the football. 1st and 10, Pierce on their own 42-yard line. Same exact formation, a tight end to the right this time. Handed up to the fullback, and Wahoo's ready for it as Caden Froelich doesn't get much. Up to the 45 and a gain of 3. Wahoo was ready for the run up the middle that time as the fullback, Caden Froelich, couldn't get much. 3:30 to go here, quarter number 1. Second drive of the game here for Pierce. Last time they got all the way down to the 11 before they were shut down. Valverde goes in motion. White keeps it himself on the option, and he's brought down just past the line of scrimmage. An incredible tackle that time for Wahoo. That was made that time by the Warriors' number 31, Harrison Krieger, the 6 foot, 170-pound sophomore. And that's a big third down here for both teams. 3rd and 5 for Pierce on their own 47, 48-yard line. 2:55 to go here in the quarter. 3rd and 5 Pierce. White's in the backfield empty with 2 backs to his right. Valverde goes in motion trying to draw Wahoo off sides. Does not. Now looks to the sideline to Coach Suxtor for the call. White awaiting the signal. Now another back goes in motion. White keeps it himself up the middle and goes nowhere. Wahoo's there again. Champion White goes nowhere, and a tremendous tackle made by Barrett LaValle. He had 28 tackles last season, and that's a big one for the Warriors. And that will bring out for the first time this season the Pierce punt unit. Barrett LaValle, what a play. Two minutes to go here in the first quarter. Pierce's first punt unit. It's low. It's a bad snap. It gets away all the way back to the 25. He has to make something out of nothing and gets a great punt up to the 40. It's caught by Wahoo and brought down at the 44-yard line. Boy, that was almost disaster for the Blue Jays, and the second time in this ball game that they've had a bad snap go over their backfield player. One time it went over the quarterback, Champion White, and that time it went way over the punter who somehow, some way got that punt off, or else Wahoo would have had the ball inside the red zone. So it's 1st and 10 Wahoo on their own 43-yard line going right to left. Here's Kaminsky in the gun, empty, with 2 wide receivers to the right and left. Kaminsky will throw out to the flat, has his receiver, it's caught into Pierce territory, far sideline 30, down deep into the Blue Jays territory near the 25, and a great catch made down on the far sideline, looking to see who it was. It looks like it's number 33 for Wahoo. That's Jackson Kemmerling. The freshman having a big play for Wahoo here in game number 1. What's that? It was 32. 32, not 33. 32 is Kip Brigham. So it's 1st and 10 Wahoo. Best field position they've had tonight on the Pierce 35-yard line. Kaminsky in the gun, empty. Takes the snap, and this time it's a quarterback draw up the middle. Breaks out of the tackle. Deep, breaks another one. He's gone. 10-5, touchdown Warriors! And Wahoo leads the defending state champs here at home, and the Pierce crowd is shocked. Wahoo takes the lead here early with a big-time 35-yard touchdown run from quarterback Jace Kaminsky. Jace Kaminsky broke out of one tackle right at the line of scrimmage, broke another one at the second level, and he was gone. No Blue Jays in sight. And as the sun shines here in Wahoo, they look to go up 7-0. Low kick, but it goes through, and Wahoo leads. 1:29 to go here in quarter number one. It's Wahoo 7, the defending state champion Pierce Blue Jays 0. You're tuned in to Warrior Football on Saunders County Online.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC. If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
And welcome back to Wahoo, Nebraska, here for the first football game of the 2023 high school football season. It's your Warriors 7 and the defending Class C1 state champion Pierce Blue Jays find themselves trailing 7-0. 1:29 to go here in quarter number one after the 35-yard touchdown run from quarterback for the Warriors, Jace Kaminsky, 5'10" sophomore. We heard a lot about Sam Edmonds in the offseason. He's not ready to go tonight. Sophomore Kaminsky gets thrown in, and he has a 35-yard touchdown against the defending state champs here in front of his home crowd. That's a way to start 2023. Pierce crowd honestly couldn't believe it, and right now, you go back to it, and that will be a play that you'll circle if this game goes down to the wire. Pierce had it. It was what? It was third and 8, I should say, from the 7-yard line. And they had a wide open touchdown to Dion Watts, who couldn't haul it in. And then they had the miscommunication on the snap, trying to go for it on fourth down and trying to score. It went way over the head. Wahoo took over, and just like that, what could have been a 7-0 deficit turns into a 7-0 Wahoo lead. It will be Pierce with the football, awaiting the kick, going left to right. Standing in the backfield is Sullivan and Valverde. Keenan has made an impact. He already has a 59-yard run tonight on the first time he touched the ball in 2023. Other than that, Wahoo's kind of, somewhat, as best as you can, kept him in check. Wahoo will kick off right to left. Good kick. Back deep inside the 10. It's caught by Valverde at the 5. He'll take it to the near sideline, waiting for his blocks to sit up and tackled at the 20. Boy, that could have been a lot more. It was a tremendous tackle made by number 26, Caden Smart for Wahoo. Tackled him at the 20. If Smart wouldn't have grabbed him by the ankle, he probably could have gotten to at least the 50 down the near sideline. And there's also a flag, so it goes against Pierce anyway. So even if he would have broken out of that tackle, this one would have been coming back. The flag was spotted at the 25-yard line, and it is a hold against Pierce. So that will back them up inside of their own 20 to start out the drive, trailing 7-0 with 1:23 to go here in quarter number one. Pierce, the defending Class C1 state champions, have not trailed much here in their last 13 games of football. They really never had much of a close game at all last season. This offense averaged 50 points per game. 50 points per game last season. And now they have it 1st and 10 on their own 11. Ball carried up the middle. Not much going that time. A lot of bodies piled up right in the hole, kind of tripping over each other. The Pierce lineman kind of tripped, and that didn't create much room for Keenan Valverde at all. A gain of about, let's call it 1.5. Up to the 13-yard line with 60 seconds to go here in quarter number one. The sun kind of setting back down behind the clouds here to our north. This field doesn't face directly west. It kind of faces a little bit southwest, wouldn't you say, Kelly? Yeah, it kind of faces a little bit southwest, and Pierce is more than content running this clock all the way down as far as they can. They do, and they take a timeout. 35 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. It's Wahoo 7, Pierce 0. You're tuned in to Warrior Football here on Saunders County Online. We'll be right back.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, you get your choice of an original cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Welcome back to Wahoo, Nebraska. Austin McNorton here with you live on Saunders County Online. Kelly Johnson running the cameras, the graphics, everything you see. 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. It's Wahoo 7, Pierce 0 coming out of the Blue Jay timeout. Valverde took the ball off to the far side of the field, and a whistle stopped play afterwards. And it's a hold against Pierce, so they'll move backwards again. If Wahoo doesn't accept the penalty, it will be about 3rd and 6 for Pierce at their own 17. If Wahoo accepts the penalty, it will be about 2nd and, about 16 from the 8. So, Wahoo does go ahead and accept the penalty. It's 2nd and 13. I'm bad at math. At the Pierce 8-yard line. The last time the Blue Jays were backed up inside of their own 10-yard line, they had a 59-yard run. Clock runs to 20. White in the gun. Valverde motion in the bad snap. Goes into the end zone. And it's down by Pierce. It's a Wahoo safety. The 3rd time tonight that Pierce has had a bad snap go over White's head. They had it go over his head when Pierce had the ball at the 10-yard line on a punt. And this time, lucky for Pierce, White is able to at least get it in the end zone and kneel it down for a safety. 3rd time tonight that Pierce has had a bad snap, and Wahoo has capitalized to add 2 more onto their lead. 12 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. It's Wahoo 9, Pierce 0, and it will be Warrior football as now Pierce has to punt it away. Pierce right now, quite literally, just shooting themselves in the foot. Something that this team has not experienced much, but maybe there's just, I don't know, with a new head coach in Darren Sucksdorf here for Pierce, this team doesn't seem as machine-like as they have here in the past, about 4 years. They've either been in the state semifinals, runner-up, or state champs here since 2019. So 12 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. It's Wahoo 9, Pierce 0, and Pierce, rather than punting the football, elects to kick the football from their own 20. So Wahoo likely gets good field position here. As here's the kick for the Blue Jays. It's a line drive kick and caught at the 25-yard line for Wahoo. Taking it down the far sideline is into Pierce territory. A great return into the Blue Jays territory up to the 45-yard line was once again Kip Brigham with the return. The sophomore, another great one. He took it from the Wahoo 25 to the Pierce 45. 3 seconds to go here in the quarter, and so Wahoo will have to snap it one more time, leading the defending state champs 9-0 here before the first quarter ends. Back comes out Jace Kaminsky. The last time he touched the football, he had a 35-yard touchdown run. Bordowski stands over to his right and awaits the snap. Kaminsky looking over to the far sideline. Gets the snap, hands it off to Bordowski here on the near side and brought down right at the line of scrimmage by a swarm of Blue Jays for no gain, but that ends the first quarter. Wahoo leads the defending state champs here to start out the season after 12 minutes of play. It's Wahoo 9, Pierce 0. You're tuned into Warrior Football here on Saunders County Online, and we will be right back.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. Welcome back to Wahoo, Nebraska. Austin McNorton, Kelly Johnson here with you live for Wahoo Football, first edition of 2023. 12 minutes of football have come and gone, and it's Wahoo 9 and the defending Class C1 state champion Pierce Blue Jays 0. As Wahoo's Jace Kaminsky scored on a 35-yard touchdown run, and then when Pierce had the ball inside of their own 10-yard line, a bad snap into the end zone resulted in a safety. Second and 10 Wahoo on the Pierce 45-yard line, going left to right now on the dial. Kaminsky rolls out to the right, looking to throw, not much room to go, and he's tracked down right at the line of scrimmage as he was looking downfield here to the near sideline to his intended target, Avery Weeding, who is streaking from the far side of the field across the middle to the near side, and Kaminsky just kind of ran out of time and room before he could find Avery. Gave him about a half a yard. 11:54 to go here in the first half. It's Wahoo 9, Pierce 0. A big third down here for Wahoo. You'd like to kind of keep this momentum going into the second quarter if you can. Wide receiver goes out to the far side of the field, one to the near side, a tight end to the right, and Bordowski over to the left of Kaminsky in the gun. Jace awaits the snap, takes it. A three-step drop, now under pressure, throws to down deep down the far side of the field. It's caught! It's caught inside of the 15-yard line. Caught by Josh Edmonds deep into Pierce territory, but a flag. A flag thrown deep in the backfield. Boy, that hurts. Wahoo had it in the red zone again off a beautiful throw from Jace Kaminsky finding Josh Edmonds. A flag thrown against Wahoo will move them back into Pierce territory, and the Blue Jay fans making some noise here in Wahoo for the first time in quite some time. $11:47 to go here in quarter number 2.
After the penalty, 3rd and long.
That's a big penalty for Wahoo. A 10-yard holding penalty moves Wahoo back to the Pierce 46-yard line. 3rd and 19 now for Wahoo, and another flag. And that's something you're going to typically see in week 1, not just here in Wahoo tonight, but likely all across the entire state of Nebraska. Officials like to, quote-unquote, set the tone for the season. They're going to call every little thing that you can possibly see, and this time they actually pick the flag up. So the officials meet and say, nope, not a penalty there. Whatever it might have been, they say no. But they like to call every little minuscule thing that once you get to probably week 7 or 8, you probably won't see called. Just to try and set the tone and get some of those mistakes corrected. Ball thrown out to the flat, it's caught and then muffed right into Pierce's hands for a turnover. That ball was dropped by Avery Weeding, and he threw it right into the hands of the Blue Jays, who now have the ball 1st and 10 inside of Wahoo territory. Avery Weeding had it and gave it right to Wahoo's, believe it was number 12 for Pierce, Dion Watts, who dropped a touchdown earlier in this game. This time he makes a big play on defense for Pierce. First turnover of the game for Wahoo. And just think, that holding penalty proves to be massive. Wahoo could have had the ball 1st and 10 inside the Pierce 15-yard line. The holding penalty brings it all the way back to the Wahoo 46. And then a pass thrown out to the flat goes out of Weeding's hands into Pierce. And now they have it inside of Wahoo territory and up the middle, nowhere going Valverde. Valverde gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll now be 2nd and 10 Pierce on the Wahoo 36-yard line with 10:55 to go here in quarter number 2 and Wahoo leading 9-0. See if Pierce can capitalize on the Wahoo mistake. As it's White in the gun, he'll take the snap, fake the run, now step back and throw it deep down the field, and that will be a flag. As Josh Edmonds, or actually, that was number 13 for Wahoo that time, Sam Markson ran over the intended target for Pierce in Dion Watts deep down the field, and the Blue Jay fans were going absolutely ballistic and got the call they wanted. And it was a good call, I will say. I mean, that time Markson didn't even turn back and look for the football, ran him over. So that will move the ball up 15 yards up to the 21-yard line for Pierce. 1st and 10. 10:34 to go. Pierce with the football. Last time they got this close to the end zone, they dropped a wide open touchdown and then a snap went way over the head. Run out to the near side of the field and not much going that time for Gavin Sullivan on the pitch. That was actually on the carry that time for Pierce, number 4, Ryder Tyson. He gets about 2 up to the 19-yard line, 19 and a half. 10:10 to go here, second quarter. Wahoo 9, Pierce 0. Blue Jays with the football going right to left. White in the gun, nobody out with him. Valverde goes in motion, takes the ball out to the far side of the field. He spins out of one tackle and is brought down at the 15-yard line. And a flag is thrown. And, yeah, it was an easy hold on that right side as Caden Froelich is called for the hold on that far side of the field. He was kind of setting that edge and wasn't able to do so successfully as he grabbed a hold of a Warrior, and Pierce will move backwards again. Like I said, now we're starting to see it for both teams a little bit as these penalties being called here in the early part of the season. Every hold that you might say, do we call that? They're definitely calling it tonight. You want, and I think both coaches are fine with it at this stage in the game. You want every penalty possible to potentially be called so that you can go and correct those mistakes heading forward into the season. White takes the snap, play action, rolling to his left, throws out to the flat, way high over his intended target who was there. And Gavin Sullivan's frustrated as he thought maybe he mistimed the jump. He was open in the flat, but the pass from Champion White sails over his head. Big 3rd down for both teams. 3rd and 18 for Pierce. Back on the Wahoo 29-yard line. .9:42 to go. Clock stops. 3rd and 18 for Pierce. White's in the gun, nobody with him. 2 wide receivers to the right side, and now Sullivan goes in motion. White takes the snap, rolling out to his right, not much pressure. Now throws towards the first down marker. He should be a little bit short, but the catch is made on the sideline at about the 16-yard line is where that football's spotted. So we got pushed backwards. He needs to get to about the 12 for a first down. So 4th and 5 here for Pierce.
4th down and 5 for the Blue Jays.
Big play for both teams, no doubt. 9:34 to go here for second quarter. 9-0, Wahoo leads it. 4th and 5. Pierce with the football. White takes a snap. It's a jump pass, and it is caught. How in the world did he hang on to that? What an incredible catch made by Lucas Scrivener, the tight end. Makes the catch on the Tim Tebow jump pass for Pierce. White looked like he was going to carry the football up the middle at the last second, right when he got to the line of scrimmage, jumped in the air and kind of flicked it over to Scrivener, who makes the catch and gives Pierce their first and goal of the game. 1st and goal on the 8. Ball carried up the middle, nowhere to run. Wahoo is there again. I think that time Valverde, he might be starting to get a little frustrated. He hasn't really found much of a hole since his first touch of the game. That time he loses about a half a yard. 8:50 to go here in this first half. Wahoo leading 9-0. It's 2nd and goal, Pierce on the Warrior 9. White in the backfield, nobody with him. Looks over to the near sideline for the call. Champion steps up. Now takes the snap, rolls out to his left, throws to the flat. It's a high throw and nearly caught. It was caught. He did catch that. How in the world? Boy, really showing off his athleticism in a number of different ways. He makes that catch at the 6-yard line for a gain of about 3. That pass was high, and he caught it so quick. 3rd and goal, Pierce from the 6. White in the gun again, nobody with him. Valverde goes in motion to the left to right. Now White looks towards the sideline for the call. Champion still waiting, 7:53 to go. Now looks back to the right, and Valverde comes back towards him, and now will set up back on the left. Valverde runs to the right, throws across the middle, dropped in the end zone. What a great pass breakup there at the absolute last second by Wahoo's number 13, Sam Markson. Breaks that up at the last second as Lucas Scrivener thought he had a touchdown, and at the last second it's broken up. It's now 4th and goal again. 4th and goal here for Pierce. They already converted a 4th down already on this drive. This is a huge one. White takes the snap, rolls to the right, throws to the flat. It is caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Dion Watts. He didn't drop it this time, and Pierce is on the board for the first time in 2023. Good throw, good catch that time. Champion White. It was such a quick snap. Got it, rolled out to the right. Found Watts in the end zone out in the flat, who hung onto the football that time. He dropped a touchdown already in this game. That time, he was sure to hold on. And now they'll bring out the point after unit, as Valverde will do the kicking duties as well. Trying to make it a 2-point game. And it is, boy, I was going to say, someone might have gotten a piece of that. And he keeps it a 3-point game for Wahoo as Valverde can't get the point after to go. 7:34 to go here in quarter number 2. It's Wahoo 9, Pierce 6. You're tuned into Warrior Football here on Saunders County Online. We'll be right back.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Wahoo, Nebraska. Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson here with you live on Saunders County Online. 7:34 to go here in quarter number 2. Pierce is on the board with the touchdown. Wahoo will get the kickoff return now on the far side. breaking some tackles and gets near the 50 up to about the 43-yard line on a tremendous kick return for the Warriors. 7:24 to go, quarter number 2. It was a 6-yard touchdown pass from Champion White to Dion Watts for Pierce on that scoring drive on 4th and goal from the 6. After Wahoo had the interception, quote unquote, as they threw a pass out to the flat that Avery Wheating couldn't catch and fell right into a Blue Jays lap. 1st and 10 Warriors on their own 42-yard line, going left to right. Kaminsky in the gun, Bordowski over to his left. Jace gets the snap, play action, throwing deep down the field, down the far sideline, and it's over the head of Avery Wheating down that far sideline. Avery tried to track it down, could not. Sun behind the clouds here in Wahoo, starting to cool things off maybe a little bit. It's hard to tell from here in the press box. I think we have the hottest spot to watch this football game tonight. It is warm in here. Not much air moving, but outside it doesn't feel too bad. Just stick your head out the window. 7:18 to go here in the second quarter. Kaminsky in the gun. Bordowski to his right this time. A man going in motion. Kaminsky will keep it himself up the middle, trying to get to the second level past the 45, near the 46, for a gain of about 4 that time on second down. Maybe let's give him 5. 7:04 to go. Warriors holding a 3-point lead over the defending Class C1 state champs. It's 3rd and 6 Wahoo on their own 46-yard line. You would like to keep the ball a little bit longer and keep that Pierce offense off the field and some of their momentum to maybe cool down a little bit here if possible. Kaminsky in the gun empty with 2 wide receivers to either side and the tight end to the right. Kaminsky takes the snap, throws across the flat, and boy, that could have been picked off. It was honestly great defense that time from Avery Wheating, who honestly just kind of turned into a defensive back. Their communication was a little bit off. Kaminsky just a hair ahead of where Wheating was going to be. That's where he was supposed to be, but he wasn't there when the ball got there, so he kind of made a diving attempt before Caden Froelich was there for the interception. So Wahoo goes 3 and out. And back comes out the punt unit with 6:33 to go here in the second quarter. Here's the punt. Low line drive. It rolls. A good roll for Wahoo inside the 20, down near the 10. It's another great punt by Wahoo. The punt unit has been pretty spectacular, and we talked to head coach Chad Fox before the game got started, and he talked about how important special teams might be in a game like this, and so far Wahoo is winning that battle as they put Pierce all the way back at their own 9-yard line is where that ball got spotted. A tremendous punt. 1st and 10 Blue Jays. White goes under center with Valverde standing directly behind him. Now White hands it up the middle, and it actually goes up the middle to the fullback, up to about the 15-yard line, and a gain of 6. That time it went to Caden Froelich, I believe, on the carry. Caden Froelich for Pierce, the 5'8", 165-pound senior at the fullback position here for the Blue Jays. Ball carried up the middle again. Now trying to bounce it outside. Cannot. Nowhere to go that time for Gavin Sullivan as he's brought down. Looked like that time for Wahoo's number 53 for the Warriors, and that's Jake Scanlon. He's on that right end spot, and last season for Wahoo, he had 39 tackles, 3 sacks, and a fumble recovery for his Warriors varsity year. A loss of about 1. It's 3rd and 6 for Pierce. Back on their own 13-yard line with 5:18 to go here in quarter number 2, trailing 9-6. White with the snap, play action, rolling to the right, throwing to the flat. It's caught by Sullivan, trying to break out of a tackle, can't. Great tackle made there on the edge by Josh Edmonds. And Pierce goes 3 and out. Tremendous answer by the Wahoo defense after giving up the touchdown last drive. Wahoo forces Pierce to go 3 and out, and the Warriors will get the football right back and likely start out in decent field position. With under 5 minutes to go here, you'd love to be able to add more points to your lead if you can, headed into the locker room. Valverde stands in his own end zone awaiting the punt. This time it's actually a good snap, and the kick is low and down to the far sideline. It'll get a good Blue Jay roll down to the Wahoo 44-yard line. Good punt that time. 56-yard net from Keenan Valverde. It'll be 1st and 10 Warriors on their own 44-yard line, and now we'll have an officials timeout for a water break. Let's take one with them. 4:27 to go here in quarter number 2 with Wahoo 9, Pierce 6. You're tuned into Warrior football here on Saunders County Online.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson here with you live on Saunders County Online. For the first edition of Warrior football here in 2023, a warm one here on a Friday night, but now the sun's starting to set. And, 82 degrees is typically warm for most people, but here in eastern Nebraska, it's been in the upper 90s to triple digits here for the past week. So 82 feels pretty cool, actually. It's 1st and 10 Wahoo on their own 45-yard line going left to right. With 4:27 to go here in quarter number 2, leading the defending state champions Pierce 9-6. Kaminsky keeps the ball up the middle and will be brought down right at the line of scrimmage on kind of that double option play. He faked the handoff to Smart up the middle and then looked to kind of pitch it out to Bordowski on the right. No gain. Clock runs to 4:05, and Wahoo would like to, if nothing else on this drive, try and run that thing down as much as they can. They get up to the line. 2 wide receivers on either side. Bordowski to the left of Kaminsky in the gun. Jace gets the snap, hands it up the middle to Bordowski, who gets up near the 50, but brought down at the 48-yard line, and a gain of 3, setting up 3rd and long for Wahoo with 3:40 to go here in this second quarter. Pierce was ready for that one, knowing that Wahoo wants to keep the ball on the ground. And if Wahoo's not able to complete this first down, then Pierce will get the ball with a pretty decent amount of time left here in the half. And I'd like to mention that Pierce will get the ball to start that third quarter. So this is a big third down here, I'd say, for both teams, as Kaminsky goes empty this time with 2 wide receivers to the right and left. Steps back. Now rolls to the left, under pressure, still rolling to the left, up to the 50 and hit immediately, pushed out of bounds. Only a gain of 2 that time on the quarterback scramble, and he's unfortunately pushed out of bounds. Probably about the worst case scenario there for Wahoo, as it stops the clock now on the quarterback keeper. So you stop the clock, allowing Pierce to get the football back with just under about 3 minutes is when they'll get the football back. So Wahoo comes out with the punt unit again, as it's 4th and 6 from the Warrior 49. Good snap. Punter has time. It's a line drive kick. Takes a good bounce, and it will bounce up to the 11-yard line is where it's spotted down. Another great punt by Wahoo again. So Pierce was once again been backed up inside of their own territory. This will be the 4th time in this half they've started out a drive inside of at least their own 15-yard line. 2:53 to go here in this second quarter, and Wahoo leading the defending Class C1 state champions 9-6. Pierce will have it. Champion White and company comes back out. White will go under center with Valverde standing directly behind him. Now White keeps the football himself up the middle. Not much of a hole. There's a group of Warriors all right there together. Make a tackle after a gain of about 3 yards, and the clock runs to 2:40. As White kept it that time on kind of the fake pitch out to Valverde in the backfield. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line of Pierce. White goes under center again. Waits the snap. Valverde goes in motion. Now White looks to throw. He's under pressure. Nearly brought down. Breaks out of a sack, and now he is finally brought down. He did actually move the ball forward a little bit. Up to about the 17-yard line, so a gain of about 1.5 yards maybe. And the clock is stopped as Wahoo takes the timeout this time. So Wahoo wants to try and get the football back potentially. Gutsy call from Chad Fox. 2:13 to go here in quarter number 2. It's Wahoo 9, Pierce 6, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, you get your choice of an original cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Austin McNorton, Kelly Johnson here, back with you live on Saunders County Online. 2:13 to go here in quarter number 2. It's Wahoo 9, Pierce 6. 3rd and 5 for Pierce coming out of the timeout. Under pressure, Champion White will go down. A Wahoo sack in the backfield. Brought down in the backfield. It looked like that time by Luke Speck back there for Wahoo getting the quarterback sack. And Wahoo will take another timeout as they will get the football back after the big-time sack from Luke Speck. Last season, he had 6 tackles for the Warriors. Luke, the 6'1", 250-pound junior, that's a big, big play. We'll keep it right here on Saunders County Online. 2:04 to go, quarter number 2. It's Wahoo 9, Pierce 6. Wahoo will have 1 timeout remaining here in this half. Pierce still with 2 of their timeouts remaining here in the half. And Wahoo will likely get the football back in relatively decent field position. You want to be a little bit careful on this punt return. You don't want any kind of crazy stuff to happen that typically can happen in special teams play. Muffs, fumbles, illegal blocks in the backs, things like that tend to happen in punt kick returns. So Wahoo will get the football with likely around under 2 minutes to go. Already leading the defending state champs by 3 at least. Standing in the backfield for Wahoo is Smart, deep at about the 45, as well as for Wahoo, it looks like it's a good punt. Wahoo will get away from it as it goes way out of bounds, and we'll see where they spot this football. Looking at the far official, and he will spot it at the Pierce 25-yard line. Oh my goodness. A net punt of about 10 yards. Well, that kind of worked out to perfection for head coach Chad Fox, as Wahoo will have the football 1st and 10, and that only ran off 6 seconds of the clock. It'll be 1st and 10 Wahoo on the Pierce 25-yard line going left to right. Can Jace Kaminsky punch it in again for Wahoo and add more onto this lead? Kaminsky in the gun, Bordovsky off to his right. Jace takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking to throw, has all the time in the world, now rolls back to his left, under pressure, breaks out of a sack, now has room down the far sideline, spins out of a tackle and is pushed out of bounds near the 15. See exactly where they spot this football at. It's down at about the 16-yard line, a good gain of about 8 that time for Jace Kaminsky on the quarterback scramble. Make it 9. Needed the 15, got the 16. 1:48 to go. Good start to the drive for Kaminsky on the quarterback keeper. Kaminsky in the backfield, Bordowski to his left. Jace awaits on the snap, takes it, fakes the handoff to Bordowski, keeps himself up the middle, got the first down up to the 14-yard line. That's all he needed to do. Stops the clock momentarily as the chain's set. And good pickup of 2 that time for Kaminsky and a Warrior first down. 1:38 to go here in the half. Wahoo 9, Pierce 6. 1st and 10 Wahoo on the Pierce 14-yard line. They need to get to the 4 to keep the drive alive. It's kind of an awkward spot here from being goal to go or 10 to go. 1:20 to go. Kaminsky in the gun empty this time with 2 tight ends to his right and a wide receiver to either side. Kaminsky will keep it himself up the middle. Not much that time. Got to about the 12. That's it. So we're approaching the 60-second mark with 1 timeout remaining for Wahoo. A lot of time running off the clock right now for Wahoo. Now they break the huddle a little bit quicker. 2nd and 9 for the Warriors. Kaminsky emptying the gun again. And a lot of whistles before the snap. And flag called. And it's a legal motion that time on Wahoo. So after that 1-yard run off up the middle, you end up taking 20 seconds off the clock and then have a penalty, and now the clock runs again. And Wahoo's bringing in subs. This clock's going to run to under at least 30 seconds before Wahoo gets a snap off, and they're behind in the chains right now. 2nd and 12. Kaminsky in the gun, Bordowski to his right. 30 seconds to go. Handoff goes to Bordowski. He breaks out of a tackle. Flag thrown down to the far sideline. Still going. He'll get into the end zone. Or did he step out? I don't think it'll matter either way as a flag is thrown. And that's why the Pierce fans are happy, and Wahoo isn't even standing up to cheer. Could have been a touchdown, likely coming back. That's twice now in this game that Wahoo's had some big plays taken back by penalties. They had a big pass on 3rd down on a previous drive that got him inside the 15-yard line. Pushed him all the way back, then Wahoo turned it over and gave Pierce the football at the Wahoo 35-yard line. Now, what was 1st and 10 on the 13 is now 2nd and 20 on the 24. Kaminsky under pressure, runs it up the middle, breaks out of a tackle, gets to the Blue Jays' 2nd level, back up to around the original line of scrimmage. He'll be a little bit short, and Wahoo will call their final timeout here of the first half. 15 seconds to go. It's Wahoo 9, Pierce 6. Chad Fox calls the timeout, and you want to... Well, yeah, we'll be right back. 15 seconds to go. It'll be 3rd and 11 when we come back on Saunders County Online.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson here, back with you live on Saunders County Online. 15 seconds to go here in this first half of football. It's Wahoo 9, Pierce 6. It's 3rd and 11 Warriors on the Pierce 15-yard line. Coming out of the Wahoo timeout, and now Pierce will take a timeout and set things up defensively. We'll keep it right here on Saunders County Online this time, as that was just kind of a show your cards. All right, now I'll show my cards, kind of gameplay from head coach Chad Fox and Darren Suxdorf. So we'll see what Fox does this time now. If he'll set up a different kind of look. 3rd and 11, so you can get the first down. If you get to the 4-yard line, you keep the drive alive, but you want to make sure you can try and get out of bounds as that clock will be running. So whatever happens here for Wahoo with no timeouts remaining, you want to be sure that you can somehow get up quickly to stop the clock if you get a first down. If you don't get the first down, then you got to look to maybe go for it, or you can kind of run what TCU did last year, if you remember, in the regular season against Baylor, where they just took a run, brought the field goal unit out, kicked it, won the game. That would be pretty incredible. Here we go. 3rd and 11 from the Pierce 15-yard line for Wahoo with 15 seconds to go in the half, leading 9-6. Kaminsky in the gun, immediately under pressure, rolls to the right, and he will be sacked. Sacked all the way back at the 29-yard line, and that's definitely not the way head coach Fox wanted to end the half, but that's how the half will end. Wahoo not able to get any points off of that big opportunity. They started out the drive on the Pierce 25-yard line and were not able to get any points out of it. So both teams will head into the locker room as we have played 24 minutes of football, and your Warriors lead the defending state champs 9-6. You're tuned in to Warrior Football on Saunders County Online, and we'll be right back.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, you get your choice of an original cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers. Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
everybody watching here on Saunders County Online. Austin McNorton, Kelly Johnson, so excited to be here with you as 24 minutes of football have come and gone. And, well, Kelly, that was kind of an exciting first half. It had a little bit of everything.
Yeah, there is no doubt about that because we just saw this unexpected, going against the current state champions.
Right.
Here, and the way things started off last year, starting off at home, but, really stepping it up and saying, you know what, we're going to make a statement here. And that is exactly what has happened.
Let's kind of break down how that first half went as Wahoo started out with the football, got down and weren't able to convert, brought out the punt unit, brought the incredible punt, pinned Pierce inside of their own 1 yard line, but immediately one of the best players across the entire state of Nebraska, Keenan Valverde, had an incredible run of about 59 yards, going from the 1 yard line down to the Wahoo 39 yard line, setting up Pierce looking good on their first drive of the game. They get all the way down to the 11-yard line and have a beautiful play drawn up. Play action. Champion White rolls out to the left, finds Dion Watts wide open in the bottom left corner of the end zone. Nobody within 10 yards of him, and first game jitters, I guess, is what you can attribute it to, is Dion Watts not able to haul in the touchdown. So Pierce, rather than going up at least 6-0, aren't able to capitalize on that touchdown. Then they have the bad snap trying to go for it on fourth down from the 16-yard line, not able to do so. Wahoo gets the football back, and sophomore Jace Kaminsky thrown into the starting lineup this week after we've been hearing talk about Sam Edmonds kind of being the guy this year for Wahoo. Kaminsky's thrown in there, the sophomore, and so much for your first varsity minutes being nervous, as he's looked pretty great here so far tonight. He had a 35-yard touchdown run for Wahoo to go up 7-0. And then on the very next drive for Pierce, a kickoff return up to the 20, then a holding penalty pins Pierce back to the 10-yard line, and then a bad snap goes over the head of quarterback Champion White into the end zone. He just has to fall on it, giving Wahoo that 9 mark you see on the scoreboard with the safety. Then after a couple of drives later, Pierce finally finds the end zone in the second quarter after getting the football, capitalizing off of a Wahoo turnover on a dropped pass from Avery Whitting that fell right into the hands of Dion Watts, who came up with the interception, setting up Pierce 1st and 10 on the Wahoo 35-yard line. They're able to go down, convert a fourth down play to get it 1st and goal, and then on 4th and goal from the 6-yard line, Dion Watts is the answer again as White rolls out to his right, finds Watts in the flat. Pierce is on the board, not able to convert the point after attempt. I think it was blocked, didn't go through the uprights, and that's our score right now. Both teams had maybe some opportunities to kind of add on to that score. Wahoo there late, had the ball with under 2 minutes with 1:58 to go in the first half. They had it 1st and 10 on the Pierce 25-yard line. We're not able to get anywhere with it. Not 1st and goal, not anything. They got 1 first down up to the 16-yard line. They had a couple of penalties, a sack, and not able to even get a field goal up and through for the Warriors. And so that's the 3-point lead. It's Wahoo 9, Pierce 6. Now, this is a Pierce team who last season on offense averaged 50 points per game. They had 4,369 rushing yards last year, 2,500 yards through the air. They have averaged 529 yards per game total, 50 points per game total. So right now, this is something that these Blue Jay fans have literally not seen since, I don't even know when, since probably 2018. I'll have to go back and maybe do some more research on that, but definitely their fans, from what I can tell, they're kind of sitting here in front of me to my left. Kind of a little bit of shock, a little bit of surprise, but new head coach Darren Suxdorf, maybe this is the way he kind of likes to play, a little bit slower, a little bit more battle and bruising kind of style of play, rather than the consistent level of scoring that we saw from last season's Pierce team. This just might be the new look, but Wahoo has done their scouting report and held up, especially when you're going up against an incredible player such as Keenan Valverde. So it's Wahoo right now, 9-6. We'll come back here in just a moment, and we will break down a little bit more of that first half when we come back here on Saunders County Online. At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, you get your choice of an original cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo. Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Austin McNorton here, back with you live from Wahoo High School in Wahoo, Nebraska. Kelly Johnson running the show with the cameras, the graphics, the commercials, everything you're seeing behind the scenes as it's Wahoo 9, Pierce 6 as the defending Class C1 state champs trail at the half. Probably the first time they've trailed in quite some time, as Wahoo leads it 9-6. The last time these teams met, it was in Pierce, and Pierce, I should say, at halftime, led 28-0 and went on to win 38-7. Wasn't close from the very beginning. This one has been close. This one has been nerve-wracking. This one has involved both fans being energetic and definitely engaged in tonight's game, and understandably so. We'll see how both teams make adjustments. There was definitely Pierce stayed out on the field the entire time. They're still out on the field down on the far south end zone. And yeah, kind of. I know. I was like, this field kind of doesn't sit exactly square.
It is definitely candy corner. Yeah. So. Northeast, southwest doesn't really apply here, but yeah, southeast.
Yeah, that's probably honestly where this end zone is. Yeah, southeast end zone is probably the best way to describe this. Where they sat the entire time, you could definitely see new head coach Darren Suxdorf definitely being engaged, definitely getting his team engaged. And what he had to say is Pierce definitely, after literally not losing the game the entire season, not really being in a close game all of last year, you know they're going to be battled back. So how does head coach Chad Fox answer that call, answer that level of intensity? It's going to require just as much effort, if not more so, from Wahoo to try and maintain this lead and try and keep Pierce on their heels. When we come back, it will be Pierce football, and they will be going with the ball, trying to take the lead back from your Warriors. You're tuned into Saunders County Online. It'll be Pierce football when we come back.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC. Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
And welcome back to Wahoo, Nebraska, here at Wahoo High School. Thank you to everyone tuning in on Saunders County Online. Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson here with you as your Warriors lead the defending Class C1 state champions 9-6 here going into quarter number 3. It will be Pierce football coming out of the halftime break. And we just want to say thanks to all of our sponsors here in Wahoo. And Kelly, you want to give some information as to how you can also be a sponsor for anyone out there tuning in?
Well, we're actually working with the Wahoo Public School, the video production class.
Got some kids helping us right now.
Yeah, so you can actually go through them with Mr. Myers and be able to contact them, or you can contact myself or you, Austin. Easiest way is probably just go to SaundersCountyOnline.com and find our information there and be a part of it. Of course, we are looking to a fantastic year because we're going to be bringing coverage to so many things. You know, we were going to be bringing you more softball this week. Heat kind of killed that one, but we're looking forward to volleyball.
Monday, we got softball Monday.
And so, but it's all coming back around, and now again we were able to help the students get theirs set up. So we're not only on Saunders County Online right now, we're also on the Wahoo Public Channel's YouTube. So thank you, everybody, for joining us over there. And we look forward to a fantastic rest of this game and being able to continue to improve, because as we receive funds, sponsorships, it goes to improve cameras, improve equipment, be able to have the students have the ability to have a little bit more reliability on some things we've come across. So, nothing against what they've been using, but
technical
difficulties sometimes happen, and we're here to be able to help that be less and less in the future. So good job, kids, guys. We want to say thank you for sticking with us and keep troubleshooting and working. But now we're looking forward to some football.
Should be a fun second half, as it will be Champion White and Keenan Valverde coming back out offensively. And I'd like to think they'd like to get Keenan a little bit more involved in this game. Last season, he was number 2 in school history in rushing yards in 1 year. He had 1,900 yards on the ground last season. He's also the record holder for the most points scored in a single season, 230 points scored last year. It will be Pierce football going left to right, once again in their road white uniforms, blue numbers, blue pants, blue helmets, and black trim. Wahoo will come out in their home blue uniforms, white pants, slick, by the way, gold numbers and gold trim with the blue helmets and the gold W logo on each side of the helmet. One key that head coach Fox mentioned to me in our pregame interview, he talked about how important special teams would be in this game, and I'd say right now that needle has kind of shifted towards Wahoo's way, and we'll see if that continues. as Pierce has had some problems with the snap. Wahoo's punting unit has been spectacular, pinning Pierce back deep inside of their own territory multiple times throughout the game this evening.
Kicking off for the Warriors in the 12, Emilio Zaragoza.
It will be Emilio Zaragoza with the kick for Wahoo, a short kick this time. It's fielded kind of awkwardly, breaking out of a couple tackles and pushed backwards to the 24-yard line. It was kind of such a short kick. There were several Blue Jays that kind of all together gathered on the football kind of all at once. And so Pierce with the football, 11:55 to go here in quarter number 3. Wahoo leading 9-6. It's Pierce 1st and 10 on their own 24-yard line going left to right. Champion White and company come back out. White stands in the gun empty. Valverde comes in motion. White fakes the handoff to him and keeps it himself up the middle, breaking a couple of tackles into the second level, keeping his legs churning, and that's a big run by the quarterback on his first carry of the second half. And already you can see Pierce with a little bit of aggression coming out of the halftime locker room as they take the ball all the way up to the 36-yard line and a gain of 12 on first down from the quarterback run. I think Wahoo that time was kind of keying in on Valverde, and White kept it himself up the middle, got to the second level, and kept his legs churning. This time Keenan stands to the left of White, gets the direct snap, takes it himself up to the near side, breaking out of some tackles up near the 45 to the 44-yard line of Pierce. But a flag, maybe a lot of whistles. I think this one might be coming back from the way the officials are reacting anyway. I don't see a flag from where I'm standing. Do you see one? I don't see one, but the officials are meeting together. The far line judge official and the White Hat are meeting, and it's something against Pierce. I don't know what. There's the flag. The flag is on the far side of the field at the 35-yard line. It was right on the white line, and I couldn't really see where it was. It goes against Pierce. That's a big penalty. It was a penalty in the backfield away from where the play was going. And like I said, game number 1, you're going to see this all across the state of Nebraska tonight with flags being thrown on every little minuscule thing that you see. As officials kind of like to, quote-unquote, set the tone of, hey, we're going to make an emphasis on this year, and I think holding tonight has definitely been an emphasis made. And it moves Pierce way back, all the way back to where the drive basically got started, as they will spot it at the 25-yard line. The drive started on the 24-yard line. So now it's first and forever, 1st and 21 for Pierce, back on their own 25-yard line with 11:13 to go here in quarter number 3. Is first down, so there's ground to make and plays to be able to make it. White in the gun, Valverde in motion, fakes the pitch, rolls to his left, under pressure, has time, sets his feet, throws way deep down the field and overshoots his target, Sullivan, who is inside of Wahoo territory down to the 35-yard line. Tried to make a diving catch but could not. What a cannon, though, for Champion White. He was rolling out to his left, and the right-handed quarterback was able to throw that to the Wahoo 35 on a dime. Just a little bit too far for his running back, Gavin Sullivan. But there's a lot of motion in the backfield, and Wahoo so far tonight has done a good job of keeping their eyes on it. White keeps it now to the near side, an option play blown up by Wahoo. Blown up right at the line of scrimmage, no gain, and it's 3rd and forever here for the Blue Jays. That tackle was made by Wahoo's Braylon Iverson. He had 38 tackles and a fumble recovery last season. First time we've called his name tonight. 10:30 to go here in this third quarter. Wahoo 9, Pierce 6. It's 3rd and 20 for Pierce on their own 26-yard line going left to right here on the first drive of the second half. White in the gun, a 5-step drop, under pressure, throws it out to the flat. It's juggled and then caught and blown up! Blown up in the backfield! What a tackle made on the far side by Scanlon for Wahoo. Jake Scanlon, that right in. We've called his name a couple of times. Tackle for a loss. And a great job by Wahoo to capitalize on the Pierce holding call and push the Blue Jays to to a punting situation once again inside of their own 5-yard line. Back to receive for the Warriors is number 2, Landon Fye. And another not great snap, but it's kicked and on a roll, and it will continue to roll all the way to the Wahoo 32. Boy, another not so perfect snap from Pierce that's making something out of nothing, and another great punt up to the 33 is where they spot that football. 1st and 10 for the Warriors, their first time with the football here in the second half. We'll see how Jace Kaminsky comes out after Wahoo was not able to capitalize on their final drive of the first half. They had it 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line and were not able to get any points out of it with under 2 minutes to go. Kaminsky in the backfield. Bordowski off to his right. The Blue Jay fans making some noise. Bordowski gets the ball up the middle, and not much at all that time. Gain of about a half a yard up to the 33 and a half. Let's call it that. We are approaching 9 minutes to go now here in this third quarter. Wahoo leading by 3, but that margin doesn't feel like a lot with what we know this Pierce team is capable of, especially going off of last year's statistics anyway. 2nd and 9.5 for Wahoo. Kaminsky in the gun alone. Wide receiver to either side. Kaminsky, a 2-step drop, throws it out to the flat, and it's dropped. Would have been hit immediately, so it wouldn't have resulted in much. But right now, Avery Wheating's having a tough time over there on that right side of the field for the Warrior offense. He's had a couple of balls go in and out of his hands, and one of them went in and out of his hands and into the Blue Jays' hands. So that stops the clock at 8:37 to go, and 3rd and 10 now for Wahoo. Pierce would love to get a 3 and out here and try and get the football back in relatively decent field position. Warriors break the huddle. Kaminsky in the gun with Bordowski to his left, a wide receiver to either side, and a tight end to the right. Now that wide receiver goes in motion to the right side of the field. Kaminsky takes the snap. He also rolls to the right side of the field, throwing to the sideline deep and too deep, out of bounds. But my goodness, did he have somebody wide open down the field. Looked like down there was number 2. Was that Landon Fye again? I mean, no one was within 10 yards of him. That's one of those plays, as you heard the entire Wahoo crowd all at once kind of go, oh, lol. It's just one of those plays you're like, what could have, should have been there. But rolling to the right, that's a really tough throw for a sophomore quarterback to make. And back comes out the punt unit for the Warriors. Good snap. Punts. Line drive into the light, and it's muffed. Who got on it? I think Pierce got back on it. No, Wahoo got it. Wahoo got it. Unbelievable. It went in and out of the hands of Dion Watts again. It hit him in the chest, popped up in the air, and Wahoo's there. What did Chad Fox say in the pregame? Special teams might win this game, and Wahoo tonight has certainly dominated that aspect of the game. It popped in and out of the hands of Pierce. Wahoo jumped on it. The Pierce fans not happy. Not sure what they're trying to argue. But it is Wahoo football now, 1st and 10 on the Pierce 30-yard line. What a break for the Warriors.
1st and 10 for the Warriors from the 30-yard line.
Kaminsky back out on the field. Bordowski stands to his right. Here's the snap. Kaminsky takes it, throws it out to the right. Deep down the field, it's caught! Down inside the 10-yard line! What a nice catch and run that time for Wahoo.
Pass complete to Caden Christian.
Trying to see the number. Looks like it's Caden Kristen again with the reception for the Warriors. And he's down inside of the 10-yard line. And for the first time tonight for Wahoo, it's a 1st and goal situation with 8:05 to go here in the third quarter. 1st and goal Wahoo from the 7. Can Wahoo capitalize off the muff punt from the Blue Jays? Kaminsky in the backfield. Bordowski stands to his left. Kaminsky hands it off to Bordowski. Off to that right side, blown up. Absolutely nowhere to go on that side of the field. He was hit over there by Valverde, who came up pretty pumped up. I think he might be a little bit frustrated with how this game's going right now. And he kind of showed that right there with the tackle in the backfield, a loss of 1. 7:30 to go here in the third quarter. Wahoo 9, Pierce 6. It's 2nd and goal Warriors on the 8-yard line. Wide receiver comes out to the near side. Ball placed on the right hash. Kaminsky in the gun. Bordowski now motions to the right side, and a couple tight ends move over to the left. Jace takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll run it up the middle himself. Spun around by several Blue Jays. Not much that time. Got up to about the 7 for a gain of 1. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Big 3rd and goal here, to say the least. Say the least. I guess is probably how that's said, right? My goodness. Words are hard, my friend. Words are hard. 6:47 to go. Big 3rd down, big 3rd and goal here. Can Wahoo capitalize off of another Blue Jay mistake on special teams? The Blue Jay fans trying to make some noise. A wide receiver to the near side. Ball once again on that right hash. Kaminsky in the backfield. Bordowski to his left. Wide receiver goes in motion to the left side. That's Edmonds over here to the near side. Kaminsky rolls out to his right looking to throw. Rolling out to the flat, throwing to the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown Warriors! In motion goes number 13 for Wahoo, Sam Markson, and he's into the end zone for a Wahoo score. The Blue Jay fans can't believe it, and Wahoo, just like that, goes up 15-6 with 6:18 to go in the third quarter. And back comes out the point after unit. The Warriors score on 3rd and goal from 7 yards out. Point after attempt is up. It's over to the right, and it is good. It just got in through the uprights. It's up and good by Emilio Zaragoza, and Wahoo leads the defending Class C1 state champions 16-6 with 6:18 to go in quarter number 3. You're tuned into Warrior Football on Saunders County Online. We'll be right back.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. Crowd is electric here in Wahoo, Nebraska. And so are we up here in the press box. Austin McNorton, Kelly Johnson here with you live on Saunders County Online. 6:18 to go here in quarter number 3. It's Wahoo 16 and the defending Class C1 state champion Pierce 6. Warriors will kick it off right to left, so the Warriors capitalize off of the Blue Jay muffed punt. And now their kickoff unit sends it down to the 10-yard line, where it is caught by Valverde. He has room here to the near sideline, cut down past the 20, up to about the 26, maybe 7, and a flag and a hold against Pierce. That flag is thrown at about the 12-yard line, so this is really going to hurt the Blue Jays again, as special teams has really been the difference right now, Kelly.
It has been. You know, that's the thing that we just have to remember is it is in the details, and special teams is all about the details. And so if you can get those details correct, and then, of course, make sure you minimize penalties or anything like that.
Right.
You know, you put that together, you're going to win a football game.
See if Wahoo's able to hold on here. 6:11 to go. It's now 1st and 10 here for Pierce, back on their own 6-yard line. So for the 5th time tonight, Pierce is backed up inside of their own 10 to start out a drive. We'll see what Champion White and Keenan Valverde can do here. White's in the backfield, motions Phillips, keeps it himself up the middle, has room to run, gets into the second level, breaks out of one tackle. Now he's thrown down at the 25. Well, that's a way to start out the drive after being backed up on your own 6. Champion White calls his own number and gets all the way up past the 20 to the 25-yard line. And now we have a whistle as a Warrior's a little bit slow to get up. As that time, it is Avery Weeding from the cornerback position who's a little bit slow, and he's still down on the field. 5:59 to go in quarter number 3. It's Wahoo 16, Pierce 6. You're tuned into Warrior football and a cramping situation with the heat. We'll be back shortly.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Austin Weeding gets off the field after a cramp. Still 80 degrees here in Wahoo at 8:40 tonight. Sundown, still 80 degrees, which actually throughout the entire week at this time of day, it's been about 95, 96 degrees, so 80 actually feels pretty cool, but that's still pretty warm to be playing a football game. 5:52 to go here in quarter number 3. It's Wahoo 16, Pierce 6. Blue Jays with the football in the backfield. The ball is handed up to the near side to about the 29-yard line, and trying to see who the carry was that time. I think it was the wide receiver, Deion Watts, who came out in motion and got the carry that time. Keeps the clock running, and Wahoo up by 10 on the defending Class C1 state champions. A lot harder to keep a lead, though. See how Wahoo can, if they can. White in the backfield sends a man in motion, keeps it himself, and brought down at the line of scrimmage by several Warriors. First guy I saw there for Wahoo initially, it looked like it was number 32 for the Warriors, and that is Kip Brigham, 5'10", 160-pound sophomore, and a big third down here for Pierce, trying to create some momentum. 3rd and 6 for the Blue Jays on their own 29-yard line, going left to right. We're under 4:44 to go here in the third quarter. White breaks the huddle, stands in the backfield alone with 2 backs to either side and a wide receiver coming across the formation. White keeps it up the middle again, breaks through the first level, is pushed forwards past the first down. He got hit from behind. Luckily for him, he would have been stopped. He needed to get to 35. He was hit at the 34. However, he was hit so hard in the back, it lunged him forward to the 36 and a Pierce first down. 1st and 10 Blue Jays on their own 37-yard line. White again alone in the gun. Maybe has figured something out with the quarterback run up the middle. Couple guys going in motion. Now White looks over to the sideline for the play call as the clock hits 4 minutes here in quarter number 3. White sending the guy in motion, keeps it himself up the middle again on the quarterback draw, and he is held by an ankle by the Warriors and brought down at the 40-yard line exactly. Guy holding his ankle and underneath the pile there was Eli Emerson for Wahoo. He had 32 tackles on a fumble recovery last season for the Warriors, a gain of 3 for White. 2nd and 7, Pierce on their own 40-yard line, 3:30 to go. White this time goes under center. Phillips goes in motion. He'll get the pitch in the backfield off to the left. Breaks out of a tackle in the backfield. Down the far sideline he goes and hit right at the sticks. He'll be pushed out of bounds. A yard shy of the first down. Maybe about a half yard shy is where they spot him. He needed the 47. He got the 46. 3rd and 1 that time for Gavin Sullivan. I said Phillips. I said Gavin Phillips. I don't know why I would have. Who's Gavin Phillips? Gavin Sullivan. Ball placed on the left hash. 3rd and 1 for Pierce. White keeps it himself up the middle. Gets the first down. Is tackled just barely past the sticks at just shy of the 50 at the 49-yard line. So this has probably been about the longest time on any drive, I think probably for any team here tonight. So far each time, Pierce has gotten to at least third down, and they now have it 1st and 10 on their own 49-yard line with 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Wahoo leading 16-6. White under center again this time. He fakes off a couple handoffs, and there's nowhere to go. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward to the 50, but he was hit initially first by Wahoo's number 34, Kane Haar, the 5'10".
Holding is the initial call against the Blue Jays.
Oh, and it's another hold against Pierce. Right now, the Blue Jays, the defending state champions, kind of having some self-inflicted mistakes. A lot of holding penalties. That's a holding penalty killed the drive for them last time. Had a lot of snaps, a muffed punt, a safety because of a bad snap, a dropped touchdown pass in the first drive of the game. Just a lot of those mistakes that you typically don't see from a returning state champion. First and 20 now for Pierce, back on their own 39-yard line. And White's in the gun alone. Brings a man in motion. It's handed off to the near side, and it's blown up in the backfield. New ball carrier that time for Pierce was number 24, Ben Bowling, the 5'8" junior. He's hitting the backfield hard. Now there's a lot of talking from the sidelines, and they spot that one right back at the line of scrimmage. We actually didn't lose any yards. I thought he got hit in the backfield, but they spotted it right back at the line of scrimmage. Ball placed on the right hash. 1:35 to go here in this third quarter. White in the gun, brings a man in motion, rolls under pressure. Holding call, maybe not called. Ball thrown to the 50-yard line, and yeah, that was. I think everyone in unison, at least wearing blue and gold, said hold all at once. And it was because of the right end, Jake Scanlon, who, boy, has he made an impact tonight defensively. He got held immediately by the left tackle, Jackson Zimmerman, for Pierce. I mean, Jake, for Wahoo, timed that snap so perfectly, there was literally nothing Jackson Zimmerman for Pierce could do. A hold called instantly by basically the fans. Everyone saw it because it was so wide open on that far left side of the field. And Pierce moves back even more. What was 1st and 10 on their own 49-yard line is now 2nd and 30 on their own 29-yard line. White under center, fakes the handoff, or actually he did. He faked me. He handed it up the middle of the fullback, Caden Froelich, for a loss of about a half a yard, back to the 28-yard line, 28.5-yard line, I guess you could say. And we're at 60 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and Wahoo leads the defending state champs 16-6. 3rd and 4 ever here for Pierce. That doesn't mean that they can't capitalize with some of their skill position players. White in the backfield, a 5-step drop, has time, throws it way deep down the field. It's broken up and will fall down incomplete. Oh no, did they throw a flag? The absolute best case scenario for Pierce just happened. They draw the flag on 3rd and forever. Unbelievable. I didn't see much. Pass broken up. It was close. The official trailing the play was the one who called it. The official, the back judge, who was standing right at where the throw was, he, in my opinion, probably had the best view. He was the one who didn't make the call. So what goes from 3rd and 30 now goes 3rd and 15, much more manageable here for Pierce. Instead of having to punt once again inside of their own 10-yard line, they get another chance here on 3rd down. Now on their own 34-yard line. White in the gun, takes the high snap, off to his right, rolls. Under pressure, breaks out of the sack, 1 sack, 2 sacks, 3 sacks, and is finally brought down after a gain of 1. Well, that was a heck of a play. And now we have a lot of whistles. A lot of whistles, and I think a player is down for Wahoo, a cramp. but it was a 1-yard gain for Champion White. And it will be 4th and 14 for Pierce on their own 45-yard line after the Warrior injury. But what an insane drive this has been. A long drive at that. I believe Wahoo got the ball at about the 7-minute mark, if I'm correct. So we've taken a little over 7 minutes off the clock here in this third quarter, and Wahoo leading by 10 against the defending state champions. And the injured Warrior, or cramping Warrior, I should say, for Wahoo is Caden Smart, and he'll walk off the field with the trainer. And now Pierce, I believe, brings out their punt unit on 4th and 14 from their own 45-yard line, trying to pin the Warriors back deep with 23 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Back to receive for Wahoo is number 32, Kip Brigham. On the punt for Pierce, and Pierce has had some trouble snapping the football here in the punt unit tonight. This time it's perfect. Rolling out to the right, punt nearly blocked. It's a good high punt towards the sideline, and it will go out of bounds. Really good punt that time from Pierce, the best one of the night. And it's spotted back at where will the official stop at? He will walk to the 20 is where he will spot the football, and that actually ran out the remaining 23 seconds of the quarter. After 3 quarters of play, your Warriors lead the defending state champs by 10. 12 minutes of football remain. You're tuned into Warrior Football on Saunders County Online. We'll be right back.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, you get your choice of an original cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson here, back with you live in Wahoo, Nebraska at Wahoo High School. 12 minutes of fingernail-biting football remain here in Wahoo as your Warriors lead the defending Class C1 state champion Pierce Blue Jays 16-6. Wahoo will have the football with sophomore quarterback Jace Kaminsky coming back out on the field. 1st and 10 Warriors on their own 19-yard line, going now left to right on the radio dial. Ball placed on the far left hash. Kaminsky in the gun with Bordowski standing to his right. Jace hands the football off to Bordowski, who breaks through that left side up past the 20 to about the 22-yard line in a gain of 3 on first down. For the lead tailback tonight for the Warriors, Noah Bordowski, who last season had 40 carries, 244 yards, and 2 touchdowns whenever he got the football. Wahoo lost their starting quarterback and running back from last season. So the 2 maybe arguable most important positions in a high school football team gone, but right now they're up 10 on the defending state champs. 11:22 to go. Kaminsky in the gun with Bordowski again to his right. Kaminsky will keep it, pitch it into the flat, has a little bit of the hole, breaks free. There he goes, 40, 45, 50, 40, 35, 30, down into Pierce territory, wants a face mask. Won't get one, but is it coming back? There is a flag down. And Wahoo again, another huge play will be coming back. Penalties have been an issue tonight for both teams. They've killed themselves on some big plays. That's typically what you see here in game number 1, but plays like that, man, that hurts. Another hold against Wahoo after a huge run, the biggest run of the night for the Warriors. Won't matter as we'll go back. And the flag was thrown where is the question, and that will also mean where the ball is spotted. I think Wahoo's actually going to end up gaining some yards. They do on the penalty, which is kind of odd, but when you really think about where they could be, that's much rather where you would be. So it's 2nd and 3 now for Wahoo with 11 minutes to go here in the ball game. Kaminsky in the gun, hands it off again. Basically the exact same play, exact same spot. He's pushed up forward to about the 29, 28 was where they spot the football. That time on the carry for Wahoo was Harrison Krieger, the 6-foot sophomore. That's his first carry of the night. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. This is a big 3rd down. 10:30 to go in the ball game. Wahoo 16, Pierce 6. It's 3rd and 2 Warriors on their own 28-yard line going left to right. After the holding penalty, push Wahoo back when they had it deep in Pierce territory. Kaminsky in the backfield. Brodowski stands to his left. Jace gets the football, keeps it himself, up the middle, cuts forward, and he got the first down. What a run by the sophomore quarterback, Jace Kaminsky, moving the sticks up to the 31-yard line, and most importantly, keeping that clock running. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. It's 1st and 10, Wahoo on their own 31-yard line going left to right. Kaminsky in the huddle, taking their time to break said huddle. Jace in the backfield. Bordowski stands to his left. A wide receiver, 2 wide receivers here to the right, and a tight end to the left. Jace sends Weeder in motion, hands it up the middle, and not much going that time. And the Warrior fans kind of frustrated by something. It sounded like there was something that happened after the tackle. I didn't see it. Oh, an offensive lineman for Wahoo got thrown down in the backfield after the whistle. No call. The Warrior fans wanted it. A loss of 1 that time for Wahoo. Pushes them back to the 30-yard line as we are approaching 9 minutes of football remaining. It's 2nd and 11 Wahoo. Kaminsky in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to either side and a tight end to the left. Jace taking his time. Takes the snap, a 3-step drop, throws it out to the flat. It's caught over on that far sideline, breaking a couple of tackles and pushed down on that far sideline. The clock continues to run as up to about the 35-yard line, trying to see who actually made the reception that time for Wahoo. It looked like it was 19 Josh Edmonds over there, and he immediately comes off the field. Clock continues to run, 8:30 to go in the ballgame. It's a 3rd and 6 now for Wahoo on their own 35-yard line. Wahoo actually breaks the huddle relatively quickly this time. Wide receiver comes to the near side. Ball placed on the left hash. Kaminsky in the gun. Bordowski to his left. And there was a lot of motion that did not go right that time, as it looked like Harrison Krieger started to move before anyone was really even set, and definitely before the snap happened. And Wahoo, well, actually, hold on. I think that went against Pierce. I think they might have jumped off sides. And on 3rd and 5, that's a first down for Wahoo. What a big play for the Warriors. What looked like illegal motion turns into offsides for the Blue Jays, and Wahoo keeps the drive going and the clock going as well. It's 1st and 10 Warriors, now on their own 41-yard line going left to right. An offsides penalty against Pierce. Krieger goes in motion, handed up the middle to Bordowski, and he gets up to the 45 and a good pickup on first down of about 4. Noah holding on to the football with 2 hands. As we are approaching 7.5 minutes to go, Wahoo leading the defending Class C1 state champions 16-6. Austin McNorton, Kelly Johnson here with you live on Saunders County Online, YouTube, Wahoo Public's YouTube, SaundersCountyOnline.com. Right side is Bordowski. Kaminsky to his left. Wide receiver to the near side. Ball handed, kept by Kaminsky. Faked the handoff off the middle and got absolutely crushed in the backfield. Back to about the 43-yard line. Loss of 2 that time. Kaminsky got wrapped up by the legs and then hit up high. Lucky that Jace was able to hold on to the football that time. That's your biggest concern right now if you're Wahoo. You got to hold on to that football. If nothing else, you want to try and pin Pierce back deep in their own territory with 6:40 to go in the ballgame. Kaminsky goes empty in the gun, a tight end to his right, couple of wide receivers over to his left. Ball in the center of the hash. Kaminsky keeps it. Now will roll to his right under pressure. He'll go down in the backfield. Sack is made by Pierce's number 88. That is Wyatt Asmus, the 6-foot, 190-pound junior. Makes the sack in the backfield. Back to the 38-yard line of Wahoo. It's 4th and 13. As we are approaching the halfway point here, the fourth quarter. Pierce will get the football back as back deep to return for the Blue Jays is Valverde. Wahoo waits the punt. High snap. It's punted, nearly blocked. Down here towards the near sideline and now back up towards the middle, and it will roll, and Wahoo will let it roll. All the way to the 20-yard line. Another great punt by the Warriors. 5:35 to go here in the ballgame. It's Wahoo 16, Pierce 6. It will be Blue Jay football, 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line, going right to left. We'll see what Champion White can do here. Last time the Blue Jays had the football, they ran about 7 minutes off the clock, but self-inflicted penalties kind of killed the drive, and they actually ended up losing yards in total on the drive. And now a whistle before the snap, as the near line judge wanted to make sure of something. And now you can hear the coaches talking to the players, telling them to stop talking, as I think the center, Corvin Fritz, and the nose guard, Trevor Beavers for Wahoo, were kind of talking to each other at that line of scrimmage. Once you kind of get into this point of the ball game, might start to see a little bit more chippiness, a little bit more talking as ball's carried by White up the middle for a gain of 6. 2nd and 4, Pierce on their own 26-yard line, right to left. 5:15 to go here in the ball game. Wahoo leading 16-6. White in the backfield alone. Takes the snap, hands it off to Valverde, off to the right. He's cut down. He's cut down in the backfield. The Warriors were ready. The Warriors were ready on that far side. Is there to make the tackle was Caden Smart. He saw it coming the whole way. A loss of about 3 on the play. It's 3rd and 7 here for Pierce on their own 23-yard line. White in the backfield, fakes the handoff. Now has time to throw. Breaks out of a sack. Now under pressure, he goes down! The Warriors bring him down in the backfield for a big quarterback sack. Harrison Krieger making the sack on Champion White in the backfield, and Pierce will likely have to bring out the punt unit, going 3 and out and losing 4 yards on the drive. How about this Warrior defense tonight? Boy, have they been fun to watch against a team last season who averaged 50 points per game. Standing at about the 1-yard line is the punter for Pierce. They've had some snap issues tonight, so watch out. Clock runs to 3:54. It is a high snap. Or actually a fake punt, and it doesn't get there. It threw me off. It didn't get there. Tackled at the 24-yard line, and Wahoo takes over. Pierce threw everyone off guard, going for the fake punt. did not work, and Wahoo will have it. 1st and 10 on the Pierce 25-yard line with 3:47 to go in the ball game. Ooh, this is fun, Kelly.
Yes, it is. It's a great way to start a season and to start our broadcast program.
Are we
as
good
well.
luck?
Yeah. Well,
Are we?
I believe that historically, Wahoo Public Schools has a very strong tradition.
They were only the number one team in the nation in 2019.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
1st and 10 Warriors on the Pierce 25-yard line. Kaminsky in the dumb. Bordowski stands to his left. And the ball will be handed up to the up back, Caden Smart. He pushes the pile forward, up inside of the 25 to about the 22 and a half, and Pierce will take one of their final 3 timeouts. 3:40 to go in the ball game. It's Wahoo 16, Pierce 6. You're tuned in to Warrior Football here on Saunders County Online. We'll be right back.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, you get your choice of an original cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson here with you live on Saunders County Online for the first edition of Warrior Football in 2023. It's Wahoo 16, Pierce 6 with 3:40 to go in the ball game. 1st and 10 Warriors on the Pierce 23-yard line going left to right, 2nd and 8. After the Pierce timeout, they have 2 remaining. Kaminsky in the backfield. Bordowski stands to his right with the ball placed on the left hash. Kaminsky hands the ball off to the wide receiver coming in motion, breaking out of a couple tackles, and then thrown forward back up to about the original line of scrimmage. On the carry that time was Landon Fye for Wahoo, and that will be another Pierce timeout. 3:32 to go in the ball game. It's Wahoo 16, Pierce 6. 3rd and 8 coming up next on Saunders County Online.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson here with you live on Saunders County Online. 3:32 to go here in the ball game in Wahoo. It's your Warriors 16 and the Pierce Blue Jays 6. 3rd and 8 for Wahoo on the Pierce 23-yard line. Going left to right. Ball placed on the right hash. Bordowski stands to the left of Kaminsky in the gun. Jace awaits on the snap and the play call from his head coach on the far sideline. Blue Jay fans making some noise. Kaminsky takes the snap, rolls out to his left, throwing deep down the field towards the end zone. Ball broken up. And a flag is thrown! Yes, sir! The flag that the Blue Jays have been getting the entire evening on some of those deep balls. This time, Wahoo is the benefit, and that is a big, big call. It was right in the end zone, and that will be a pass interference against Pierce, and that will be a first down for the Warriors. Around the 10-yard line is now where the ball will be spotted. What a big play, trying to throw to the end zone. What a gutsy call by head coach Fox, coming out of the timeout to throw the football. You're knowing that everyone knows on the field you're just trying to run the clock down, and they take one to the end zone, draw the penalty, and Wahoo will have a big first down, keeping the drive alive. Ball will be placed at the 12-yard line, I think. Yep, 12-yard line, 1st and 10. A call that Pierce has gotten a couple times tonight. Wahoo is the big benefactor now. Kaminsky in the gun. Bordowski stands to his left. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Kaminsky takes the snap, keeps the ball himself up the middle, fights forward to the 10. And they actually spot him shy of the 10 to about the 11. And there's the final timeout of the game for Pierce. 3:16 to go in the ball game. It's Wahoo 16, Pierce 6. 2nd and 8 coming up next here on Saunders County Online.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, you get your choice of an original cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson back here with you on Saunders County Online. 3 minutes of football remain here in Wahoo, Nebraska. It's your Warriors 16, Pierce 6. It's 3rd and 3 for Wahoo, and they hand the football up the middle, fighting towards the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Wahoo! Noah Bordowski is into the end zone for the first time this season, and Wahoo might do it, folks. They might pull off a massive upset to start 2023. Pierce didn't lose a football game all of last year, and maybe potentially in game number 1, they might start out 0-1. As Wahoo now leads 22-6 with 2:50 to go. Can you believe it? Here's the point after attempt. It is up, and it is good! Wahoo 23, Pierce 6, 2:50 to go in the ball game. You're tuned into Saunders County Online, and we'll be right back.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Welcome back to Saunders County Online. Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson running the show. All the graphics, ads, video you see. It's Wahoo 23, Pierce 6 with 2:50 to go in the ball game after the 5-yard touchdown run from Noah Bordowski. It'll be Pierce football on the kick return. It's Valverde, or correction, that's actually Sullivan on the return that time, and he takes it up, a pretty decent return. He caught that football at the 10, takes it up to the 30, and that's where Pierce will set up. as Wahoo leads it 23-6 with 2:42 to go in the ball game. We'll see if the Blue Jays, the defending Class C1 state champs, have a miracle left in them here on the road to start out 2023. White takes the snap in the gun, rolls out to the right, has time, throws across the middle, and it's caught. Hit instantly, but a pickup of about 15 on first down, up to the Pierce 47-yard line. As Deion Watts was the one coming up with the reception that time. Clock runs, 2:27 to go. 1st and 10, Pierce on their own 47-yard line now. White in the gun is empty, trips to the near side, throws it across the middle. It's batted down at the line of scrimmage by the Warriors. White had to get rid of that so quickly, and even though Wahoo knew that they weren't going to probably be able to get there and make the sack because of such a quick throw, they were able to get their hands up and put it down. Credit to Trevor Beavers, Luke Speck, Eli Emerson, and Jake Scanlon, who, boy, we said his name a lot tonight. 2nd and 10, Pierce on their own 47, 2:17 to go. White rolls out to the right, has time, throws it across the middle. It's caught, breaking out of a tackle, and up to the 29-yard line of Wahoo. That time to number 88 for Pierce, and that is Wyatt Asmus, who takes it up into Warrior territory to the 29-yard line, 1st and 10, as we've hit the 2-minute mark to go here in the ballgame. Wahoo leading 23-6. Pierce in the backfield. White alone in the gun again, looking to throw again. Rolls out to the left. A little bit more pressure this time. Throws across the middle. It's picked. The Warriors have it. Down the near sideline, 40, 45, 50. And into Pierce territory on the big interception. But that time by the Warriors, number 13, Sam Markson, makes the interception, and that might be the dagger for the Warriors. Sam Markson with the interception at about the 15-yard line takes it all the way back to the Pierce 40, and the Warriors have the football to try and run out the clock and start out the season 1-0, upsetting the defending state champs. Can you believe it? What a start for Wahoo. And back comes out Jace Kaminsky, and boy, talk about a start to your varsity career as a sophomore. This is how you end your game in victory formation against the defending state champs. The Warriors fans starting to come to their feet with 90 seconds to go, sensing an incredible start to 2023. All of our post-game, we're going to talk to one of the Warriors coaching staffs, hopefully a player as well, if we can get one up here, as this is an incredible start to 2023. 1:10 to go in the ballgame. Kaminsky once again in that victory formation, standing about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, takes a knee right at the 50. As we have 60 seconds to go, they'll snap it about one more time, and that will do it.
We have a very special presentation for Coach Fox.
And head coach Chad Fox getting the presentation here at the end of the game. His 150th win. That is quite a 150 here tonight. 38 seconds to go. Wahoo 23, Pierce 6. What a start to the Warrior football season here in front of their home crowd. Jace Kaminsky takes the snap. Victory formation, and Wahoo starts to celebrate. The Warriors have just upset the defending state champions to start out 2023. Pierce didn't lose a football game all year long, didn't really have a close game in 2022, but here tonight, the first Friday Night Lights of 2023 is a Wahoo victory. Final score, Wahoo 23, Pierce 6, as it's win number 150 for head coach Chad Fox. How about that to start out the season? You're tuned into Saunders County Online. Our post game begins here momentarily. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back to wrap it all up.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, you get your choice of an original cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior Card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
As they are able to get the victory. As they are able to get the victory, 23-6, and now they're presenting a very cool award to head coach Chad Fox, who just got win number 150. And well, Kelly, coming into the game, I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to go like this, but I'm certainly happy that it did. What a win.
Yeah, well, no, I know. And it was one of those things that we were, coming up against the very first game being against the returning state champion. You're thinking, okay, we will be able to make a dent. We'll find out where our weaknesses are. We'll find out what we can improve on. We'll find out where our strengths are. We put everybody through the paces, but not necessarily anticipating to walk away with a very strong win. So, always hope that you win and you work to win, but to actually see it come to fruition and to be able to see just the dominance, and it comes down to being able to special teams make those smart decisions. Also, not getting penalized as much in some of those areas, and then down to just making sure that the transition from the center to the quarterback or those things work out right. That actually really created a lot of issues for Pierce as well.
It was a pretty exciting game, and Pierce had some of their opportunities, but it was just some of those detail things that you were just talking about. Some of the big holding penalties took a lot of their big plays away and set them up in a lot of third and forever to go, second and forever to go, and some of those really hard to manage drives. Some turnovers, a turnover there late when you're trying to make something happen, and Wahoo was able to do just enough. Okay. Someone just turned in a wallet up here, so handed it to me. I really can't do much with it. As hopefully here in our Saunders County Online postgame, we'll get a chance to talk to head coach Fox. He's down there talking to the newspaper right now. We'd love to get a chance to talk to sophomore Jace Kaminsky, but we'll see what we can make happen here. Final score, once again, it's Wahoo 23 and the defending Class C1 state champion Pierce Blue Jays 6. We'll be back here momentarily on Saunders County Online, hopefully getting a chance to talk to some victorious Warriors coming up next.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. In Wahoo, Nebraska, and the celebration music is playing throughout the loudspeakers here in Wahoo tonight as your Warriors upset the defending Class C1 state champion Pierce Blue Jays. Final score 23-6. We're joined by defensive coordinator now up here in the booth, Jason Iverson. Boy, Coach, it's kind of one of those you like, all right, mission accomplished.
Yeah. We didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. We have quite a few young kids out there. We played some sophomores, and we had some kids that had never really been on the varsity field before, and I thought they played really well. I mean, we got pushed around that first series, and then after that we bowed and played pretty well.
Coach, talk about that defense, especially when you're saying you're going against a first-team All-State running back in Keenan Valverde, who last season basically had 2,000 yards and he had over 200 points on his own. How do you stop someone like that? Because you guys did it tonight.
Well, we didn't stop him very well in the first drive, and I think
right.
You can't prepare for somebody who has that kind of talent in practice. So we can go as fast as we want. We weren't ready for him to hit holes that quick. And we weren't really sure exactly what they were going to do offensively. So after the first series, he gained quite a few yards, but after that I felt like we handled him pretty well. I think he had 70 in the first half and then finished with 82. So I'll take that all day against a kid like that.
Absolutely right. Once again, we're talking to defensive coordinator Jason Iverson up here in the press box after Wahoo defeats Pierce 23-6 to start out the season 1-0. And, Coach, I know you're running the defense, but just talk about the way your sophomore quarterback played tonight. I mean, boy, was he special.
Yeah, Jace is very heady. He's a really good athlete, but you never know in a situation like this. I mean, any varsity game when you're trying to put a fresh or a sophomore in with limited experience, you're nervous. But when you're playing the defending state champions who know how to win, you're really, really nervous. And I thought Coach Fox did the right things early on and just made it comfortable for him. And then I thought he handled the pressure really well. He really did not make a lot of mistakes. So.
And, Coach, throughout the game, one thing that Kelly and I were talking about is the details. That kind of was the difference in tonight's game. The special teams miscues that we saw Pierce have, the penalties. You guys were spectacular in your punt unit. You didn't miss a point after attempt. And you guys recovered a muffed punt, which resulted in points. Talk about that aspect of tonight's game.
Well, I tell you what, Coach Shada does a good job with the special teams. We put a lot of priority on it. Sometimes kids make mistakes in special teams, and it looks like we're not prepared or whatever. But tonight, the preparation has been the same every year in and year out. But I thought we executed very well tonight. Caden Kristen is a sophomore punter, never punted in a varsity game. Did a good job. He was a little slow early on, and it was getting kind of hairy back there. But I thought he punted well. I think our kids blocked well. I think our kids really, really hustled in the special teams area, and that made a big difference.
Definitely did make a big difference. And final question for you, because how do you build off of this one now? Because it definitely doesn't get any easier next week.
No. Ashland's kind of an old rival. I was a Wahoo guy. I grew up playing against them, so I know our kids will be excited to play. I think the thing we have to guard against is a late letdown after a big win against a really good Pierce team, because like you said, there's no break coming up. So we'll get them ready. We'll be excited to play, and we'll just get out there on the field and let it roll. See what happens.
Coach, congratulations on an incredible win. Thanks for talking
Thanks,
to me.
guys. Appreciate it.
That's Jason Iverson here with us in the Saunders County Online postgame show. Once again, final score, it's Wahoo 23, Pierce 6. And now we're so lucky to be joined up here in the booth by sophomore starting winning quarterback Jace Kaminsky. And, well, Jace, just talk about your first varsity experience under the Friday night lights, and then you say, oh, by the way, I'm going against the defending state champs. Talk about your nerves going into tonight, man.
Yeah, it was just a lot of trying to have fun and trust my teammates and just do everything you can to get a win.
How were you able to do that as you guys got the scoring started early with your 35-yard touchdown run? Did that kind of say, all right, we can do this?
Yeah, it just showed everybody that we could do this, and our line just got confident. Everybody got confident, and we were ready to roll.
Talk about just some of the other aspects of the game. You guys in special teams was a big factor. We were just talking to Coach about how important that part of tonight's game was. Did you find that to be important as well?
Yeah, our returners did a great job getting us in great field position and just making it easy on us to go score and get points any way we could.
And talk about your offensive line, how well they played tonight, especially when it got down there late. You're trying to run the clock out. You're able to do just that, and not even do just that, but add points onto it as well. Talk about how well they played tonight.
Yeah, they did an amazing job. It's just fun that you have guys you can trust and go out and win and do a great job.
Now, I asked Coach this, and I'll ask you the same thing, because now it's rivalry week. Now we move into it starting tomorrow. We're playing against Ashland here on Friday night, another team who's ranked top 5 in the state. How do you prepare for a team and build momentum off of this big win tonight?
Just do the same things we were doing tonight and just have a good game plan ready for them and see what we can do.
Jace, congratulations on the win,
Thank
man.
you.
That's big time.
Thank you.
That's Jace Kaminsky here with us on the Saunders County Online postgame show, as once again Wahoo wins it 23-6, your final score. And Kelly, I'll ask you your final thoughts, man, on tonight's game.
Well, it just goes down to what they were both saying, is that having a game plan, executing, trusting everybody else. That's actually a huge factor right there, is being able to trust that the team around you, everybody's going to be able to do what they are doing. Whether you're talking baseball and the pitcher is trying to do all he can on the mound, but if he doesn't trust everybody else, then he feels all the pressure on himself. Quarterback, same way. If he can trust the line's going to hold, his backs are going to do what they're going to do. Everybody's going to be exactly where they need to be, and he doesn't have to think twice. That is success right there.
Success, definitely the theme for tonight from all aspects of the football. Shutting down a team last season who averaged 50 points per game, dominating in the special teams, and most importantly, winning on the scoreboard. Final score, it's Wahoo 23, Pierce 6. Well, that's our first Warrior football game, and boy, that's if the rest of the season is going to be like this, that can be a lot of fun.
Congratulations, by the way, your first
Wahoo game. My first Wahoo football game, and so excited to be here for the rest of the season. And we'll be back for hopefully we get to see the softball team back in action on Monday.
Yeah, we should be back to that. And then we will be on the road as well on Friday at Ashland Greenwood.
Yes.
So they said, yes, you can come and be a part of that. So.
We will be there. We'll be there covering it for all of you Warriors fans back here in Wahoo. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We saw several views tonight. We can't thank you all enough. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to the students who were helping us out in Coach Myers' class and their video program and letting us join their YouTube channel as well. For Kelly Johnson, I've been Austin McNorton. The Warriors win it 23-6. We'll see you